Hello, everybody. Love Revolution. I love these conversations. I love talking with folks about ways that they are using love in their businesses, that they are leading with love. And I am here with one of my dear sisters, Tricia Turpenoff. Any picture that you have seen of me where you're like, dang, she looks good, it's all because of this woman right here. And the way that she just brings things out. Like, I look at my pictures and I think, never would I've made that pose if it had not been for Tricia. And also, we always had the best time. And so I will apologize to y'all in advance, beloveds, if this interview goes 3 hours and 45 minutes, because that's probably how long Tricia and I could talk without taking a breath. So we're going to try to keep it shorter than that. So with that, welcome to Love Revolution, Tricia Turpenoff.
Thank you so much, my beloved.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh my gosh.
So tell us a little bit about you and what you do. And if you want to just then go right into how you lead with love, or we'll just see where the conversation goes.
Oh, sure. Absolutely. So I'm Tricia with Turpenoff Photography. I am your traveling brand photographer, so I can travel right to you. You can come to me. We can go to the beach. It's whatever fits your brand. And doesn't the beach fit your brand?
Yeah.
I photograph entrepreneurial women who are on the rise, who know that marketing is their next step to really bust wide open. And so I help them raise their visibility. It's very exciting.
Yes. I love your pictures. I love your pictures.
Thank you.
One of the things that I love about them, and I think this is one way that you lead with love, is that I cannot, like I can't put together like me and say 5 of my sisters that I know you photographed and go, okay, all of us did the same thing. Like, there's no cookie cutter.
No.
And so can you talk a little bit about that? I think that's a way to lead with love.
Yeah, absolutely. So for years, when I'm on my way to a session or they're coming to me, whatever way it is, I always pray for them. I always pray that I say the right words, that I make them feel good, that, I want all of the joy to come out in their photography that I create with them. I mean, it's really collaborative, but yeah, we do have so much fun. And, as a kid, I didn't ever feel like I belonged. And so I want people to feel like they belong. And I do feel like I belong now. And even if it's just to myself, but I have a belonging that I feel in the different organizations that I work in.
Yeah.
And I just want everybody to feel that way. Because I've had people fall to puddles in my arms before their makeup, crying. I mean, seriously, people, well, and usually it's not about the photography. Let me say that. Usually it's about something that's going on in their life. And when they come to me, they know they can have a release.
Yeah.
And so I take everyone right where they're at, and I just love them for who they are. And that just really helps create beautiful portraits of people.
Yeah.
And I love what I do. So it's not difficult to lead with love, because I love seeing women, like when I see women really take a hold of those images that I create and utilize them for their growth. I have women who are making multiple 6 figures, one who grossed over 500,000. And I want to remind you, it's not about the money. It's what you can do with the money.
Exactly.
I see so many of the people I photograph, my friends that I photograph, all of them are giving more and making more.
Yes.
And they're able to provide for their own families. A lot of women that we know that are in eWomen Network are starting to retire their husbands. That is super exciting.
Yeah.
And it's just all that love these women are creating something amazing, and they're bringing their family along with them and their friends, and it's all out of love.
Yes.
And I love that.
Yes. There's like a million directions I want to go to after what you just said.
I know.
One of the things that I want to say is particularly with my work with the King Center, we talk often about DEI, which is diversity, equity, and inclusion.
I like that.
That acronym has been around for a really long time. Oftentimes, there will be a chief diversity officer at a university or an organization, corporation. Recently, we've added DEIB, and the B is for
Oh.
belonging. And so one of the
Ah.
things that I often say, particularly from the King Center, when I'm interacting with folks, is what is the point? What is DEI worth if there's no B?
Right.
Because diversity is, are there different
Yes.
skin tones, or they're different, different, whatever the differences are they represented? But you can have a whole lot of diversity and zero belongingness.
Right. You
And so it
can.
really is that root of belonging, that root of community. And one of the things that you do, so I don't know which direction you want to talk about it, but the two of the things, because I recently had pictures done with you, and so that I can talk about as a customer that you have loved on me is, number one, every time you do images for me, and I'm assuming you do this for everybody, that's not just that Elizabeth is special, is that you give me both the color and the black and white.
Yeah,
So then that doubles the number of images.
it
And then
does.
the other thing is what you're doing with like I'm going to be meeting with your head of operations tomorrow to talk
Yeah.
about how I'm going to use that with social media. So can you
Right.
talk a little bit about that, maybe the customer journey or what that looks like,
Oh,
how you
yeah.
lead with love in that?
Absolutely. Yeah, the journey starts exactly that way. I mean, the first question I ask any client are like, what are your goals and dreams for this year? Like, I really want to know that. And I
Right.
joke, I say that I'm a voyeur, but not a naughty one. I just like to be, I like to be in the background of everything. Like, I want to know what your dreams, your vision, your goals are, so I like to be like in the restaurant, in where the cook's at, or I want to
Yeah.
be I want to be in the back of the sanctuary of the church. I want to know it all. And so it's so fun to find those things out. I love that. And so I think leading with love is easy when you have found out what you love. I think that's part of it. And
Yeah.
I know, and the things that I don't love in my workflow, I'm able to give away, which is awesome. But
Yeah.
I always have to be the one to have that in focus strategy call because I want to know about them, and I
Yes.
want them to feel heard because I do hear them. And
Mhm.
that's where the ideas start to spring from, is everything they tell me. And then we start talking about that,
Mhm.
like, what is your goal here and what's happening?
Mhm.
And it's so fun because a lot of the people that I photograph again and again, I don't have to ask as many questions. I know their inner sanctum. And then
Right.
now, like, what's new though? What's new? So the conversation's shorter, but still, I'm getting out all the new goodies from them. And I just
Yeah.
love that. And of course, like, I could go disco dancing after I photograph people. Even if I photograph 5 to 7 sessions a day, I could do it because I just have this energy afterwards, because all of you have brought your energy. And we always do. People say, "Well, that was fun." And I said, "Yes, that's what I was telling you." And still, though, people have some apprehension, but it's one of those things where if you keep doing it, it's like riding a bike, and you do get better at it. You get better, I get better. It's so cool to see where everyone that I've taken through branding, because
Mhm.
really I just started working on branding itself in 2016.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean,
Well,
I've
I
been,
can even see a trajectory in my own photos.
yeah,
However, uh, yes, some of that is who how we working together, but
yes,
a lot of that is the internal work that I have done since
yes.
the first time that you and I worked together. And so
Oh,
I think our first photo shoot was at the King Center.
yes.
So I want to schedule that maybe like next May or next fall. Like
Yeah.
I love those pictures, but also I am I am emotionally different. I am intellectually different. I am physically different.
Oh,
Thankfully,
yeah.
physically a little bit smaller.
Yes.
So so that evolution, I see it
Yeah.
is absolutely beautiful, and you do bring that out. I mean,
Thank you.
when folks look at my pictures, they're like, "Man, that's it." It's
That's
like
right.
me. It's like the very best essence of me. You
It
bring
is.
that out. You really do.
Thank you. Thank you. That never gets old. That's what I long to hear. I mean, I'm not thinking about it, but as soon as somebody says it, I am so grateful and so thankful because I want to know, and it's awesome to hear that, because as an entrepreneur, when you get told those kind of things, you don't always,
Right.
you don't always get told that. You don't have a boss that is over you. So really your clients are kind of like your boss.
Yeah.
And so when someone says that I made them, you know, this is the essence of me. I mean, I'm over the moon. It's like, it makes my whole week. I feed off of it. And I do love it. Well, and the same as in networking, you know, one of the things I was thinking about the other day, because I wrote about networking, and I know a lot of people really struggle walking into a room. I believe if you go in just leading with love, it might be a lot easier, you know, because you're worried about what people are going to think of you and what, blah, 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 blah. Just go in, throw your confidence on, you just wrap yourself around, you know, just all wrapped in that confidence and walk in just wanting to give out love. And I tell you what, I was very intentional about it last week because I went to Colorado Springs A&E and Denver. Excuse me. And we'd been talking a lot about love revolution in the last couple of weeks at our retreat and stuff. And I thought, I want to be intentional about this though. And it was really fun. It was really fun. It was just like, whatever comes out of my mouth, Lord, you know, I had some ideas of things and got those out, but it was like, whatever comes out of my mouth, I just want it to be about love. And it made the day, those 2 days are always so good, but it just made them so much better because I didn't go in. Yes, did I have dates on the books for things I'm doing? Of course I did. And I had a booth, but I didn't ask anybody for business. They came to me. Which was super cool. And that's kind of how that all happens. You know? And so I think, and I'm not an introvert, so I only can guess that this will help introverts, that having a purpose like that, just, you know, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to talk to a couple people, and it just wasn't about me. It was just about them, unless they asked about me. And then,
Right.
but yeah, I made some really meaningful connections and helped people that I didn't even know that I'd helped. And that's always such a charge. Like when you say to somebody, hey, try this, and they do, and it works, and you're like,
it works. Yes, exactly. And you know, that leading with love, it starts with us. And so you love yourself well, and you were able to wrap yourself in confidence, not a faux confidence, not a, I don't feel confident, but I'm going to fake it till I make it. But like, you loved yourself enough to do the work, to understand the foundation of your business, to be confident, to walk into a space and just pour out love. And have you noticed when you're leading with love that that maybe like your stress level has gone down, or like the things that used to bother you don't, or relationships are easier?
You know, you're right. Definitely. I'm going to have to pay closer attention to that, because like I said, I generally, whatever I go into, I usually pray over that, you know, I'm a catalyst for love and for light and joy. And so I'll have to pay close attention, because I really think I've been doing it a long time, but I put emphasis on it this last Wednesday and Thursday, because I just wanted to see. And I did. I felt like it was just, those days were so easy. Although still I get home and I'm tired after those 2 days. Because it does take a lot to pour out all your love.
Yes.
In a good way. Like you're tired from just because you put out all your energy to be a good human, and got it back too. I mean, lots of great conversations over last week. I mean, it was just, it was incredible. And I do think,
I am also an extrovert, and I love A&E Day in Atlanta. I mean, it is one of my most favorite days. And you do that back to back. Like if I knew that every first Thursday I was in Atlanta, and every first Friday I was going to be in a city an hour away doing the same thing back to back, that's a different level of commitment and extroversion. And so good for you.
Thank you. It is, but it's where, for me, it's the very first meeting with a client, you know, I mean, or a prospective client. And again, I don't go in thinking that. They come to me. I offered up a big gift certificate, so I got a lot of cards, which was super nice on Denver Thursday. And, you know, it's just so, I don't know, it's just so fun to do, because it takes your mind off of am I going to meet people? Am I going to, are people going to like me? You know, if you are just putting out love to people and inquisitive about them genuinely,
Yes.
you just don't feel any kind of pressure, you know? I
Yeah.
don't really even, funny enough, I don't think about the pressure. I don't. But
Yeah.
I do think about leading with love. I always think about that. And I think about praying,
Mm-hmm.
you know, to be the center of, you know, to be joy
Yeah.
for people,
Yeah.
because we just don't know what battle people are going through.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. And talk about a sense of belonging. Like you're saying, like if people are feeling pressure, and then if there are people in that room, you know, because it, like for me, there is no pressure to walk in that room. There's like zero pressure. And
Yes.
I have not, let me think if I'm saying this correctly. I have not attended an A&E in another city ever.
Oh, wow.
Never. But like I do online SBIs all the time. And so,
Right.
but like, will I feel pressure when I walk into Colorado Springs or Denver? No, because I
No,
already know that y'all are my peeps.
exactly.
However, I've been doing it for, you know, it'll be almost 4 years. But for somebody who's brand new, you
Yeah.
know, to be intentional, and like y'all have that whole hospitality committee, and
Yes.
like in Atlanta, we have the buddy system.
Right.
So if folks are visiting, then they're paired up with somebody just to, you know, just to kind of, you know,
Yes.
shepherd them a little bit. But it's
Oh,
that sense
yeah.
of belonging. It really is.
It totally is. And I have a friend who doesn't want to go to Denver because the last time she went, which was before the pandemic, they left a really bad taste in her mouth. And I'm like, no, come again, come back. It's
Yeah.
different. And they are. Colorado Springs definitely has the buddy system like you, where we pair new people up, and Denver does too. So someone came over and with the new person last time, and then I showed her around, and it
Good.
was fun. You know,
Yeah.
that's not my job or anything, but it is part of leading with love,
That's
and it's
right.
helping people feel like they belong.
Yeah.
And I think that's really important. And that's what I told my friend. I said, come on. I go, you got to come back to Denver. I go, come with me. I said, we'll walk in
Good.
together.
Good.
I'll show you. And
Good.
so, you
Good.
know, Denver's in a building phase since the pandemic, and we changed managing directors. And so, you know, there's growing
But that's
pains.
also leading with love, Tricia. Is
Yeah.
you heard somebody say, I had a bad experience. And you did not say, oh, yeah, they stink. You
Right.
did not say, well, I have the exact opposite experience, so you do you. You said, come with me, come alongside, you know, and it's not even show up and try it again, sis, but it's
No.
come alongside, you
Mhm.
know, let me shepherd. And
Yeah.
how you have to be intentional to do that. But it really doesn't take that much energy. And also, love is one of those things that literally, I mean, again, you have to be filling your own cup. So it's not like give until you're depleted. That's totally not what
No.
this is about. But when you're plugged into a source that you're constantly, you know, replenished, and then
Yeah.
you're giving it out, then it's coming back to you, and it's just
Always.
beautiful. You know, to me, it's like money. Like money is
Yeah.
energy. And
Yes.
when I spend money with Tricia, then I get something in return. I get way more in return than just pictures. You
Yeah.
know, you all can see the love
Yeah.
that we have for each other. And then
Absolutely.
I use those, and other people reach out to me and go, oh, well, she looks like somebody that can talk to me about love revolution, or she can maybe talk to me about debt free degree. And
Yeah.
then, you know, and then it just kind of rotates, and it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Absolutely, it does.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought up debt-free degree, because I think that's your big hug. I really do. I think that's such a big hug to help people not have six figures in debt when their child graduates. I think what you're doing is amazing,
Thank you.
and
Thank you. Thank
it's
you.
all yours. And I
Thank
think
you.
that, I mean, whoever gets to work with you on debt-free degree, boy, are they lucky.
Yeah, well, thank you for saying that. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it's talk about leading with love, because I'm often encountering I won't say brick walls, because that seems like impenetrable, but you know, there's resistance, or there are people that go, it won't work, or there are people that say, I'll just take the debt, figure out later, blah, blah, blah. And it truly is a mission of love that I want people's trajectory to not be bogged down by that 6 figure.
Right.
You know,
Right.
so what does that look like if it's different? So
Yeah, because you graduate with $100,000 worth of debt, and doctors graduate with like 250. I mean, no, don't figure that out later. Figure it
yeah,
out now so that you don't have to pay it later.
right,
I
right,
mean, it's awesome. And
exactly,
it's never, your children are never too young for you to start working on this, you know,
right,
even if you're in grade school,
right.
because it's coming, and it comes a lot faster than you think. I mean,
Yes,
it's crazy. I
yeah,
mean, one minute they're a toddler, the next minute they're 16, 17, filling out applications for college. And you're like,
right,
whoa, yeah.
right.
So it is absolutely love,
Yes,
because you love yourself enough to make sure that the debt is not yours as a parent. You
yep,
love your child enough to know that they're not going to get out of school and have that debt hanging over their head for decades.
right, right.
Yeah.
Exactly,
I mean,
exactly,
it's just,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah,
Everybody loves themselves
yeah.
in debt-free degree.
Right. I mean, you know, let's love ourselves. Exactly. Exactly. Do
Exactly.
what we need to do.
I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
It's so
So,
true.
where would you say is either like your favorite way to lead with love, or your most rewarding way, or the most surprising
Mm.
way? Like, what is the little twist that's particular to Trisha in terms of leading with love?
I love to connect people with people. I
Ah,
just, because when someone tells me what they do, I immediately think of the person, like the person pops into my head. I can see them. You
ah,
know,
okay.
whenever it's like, oh my God, you need this. Oh, you need Dr. Roz, or oh my God, you need this. You need this person. I mean, it just pops in my head. Like I was on a Zoom about prosperity and time prosperity today, and two people who I mentioned up leveling my social media, and one person who I was in a room with, she's marketing, but she doesn't do social media, so I am email introing her to her, and another woman just needs to get going with social media. So I'm hooking my social media person, Tiffany Cox, up with two people. And
Wow.
it's just my favorite thing. Like whenever I hear of a nonprofit, I think of Tanya Horan in
Yes.
Atlanta, because she makes nonprofits profitable.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
you know, here she is all the way in Atlanta, but I could be in Phoenix and go, oh, you're a nonprofit? You got to talk
Right.
to this woman.
Right. Because she's got that nationwide footprint. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So many.
Honestly, I see Tanya a good bit. Like, I mean, I see her on a regular basis, and we're good friends. And I just read her LinkedIn. I don't know if you've read her recent LinkedIn article.
No.
OMG, what she
Oh,
put together. I was in tears.
oh my gosh, she's brilliant. Now I got to go
Yes.
find it.
Yeah, go find it.
I'm
It's
just gonna
about,
pop, I'm gonna
I
just
think
pop
it's
up
called
here.
ACT, which is, I'm not sure what that stood
Oh,
for, but I think the C is cancer, something about cancer treatment or something, alternative to
oh,
something, I don't know. But anyway, she was helping this nonprofit, and, you know, and then she wove in her personal story. I mean, so powerful.
I
Yeah.
will. I'll go look it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I pulled up LinkedIn. But yeah, I just,
You're an
oh,
excellent connector. You are an excellent
thank you.
connector.
As are you. As are you.
Thank you.
I
Thank
love to connect. It's my favorite thing. It, you know, eWomen Network has 9 values, as you know, and I love number 2, lift as you climb.
you.
And I can't, I mean, I've had so many people freely give me their expertise, as have I,
Mhm.
as have you. I mean, it's just,
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many people have lifted me. And
Yes.
so it just seems like the right, I mean, not the right thing to do. It's just in me. Like again, one of my top strengths is problem solving. And so, oh, you need this? Oh, I've got someone for you. I mean,
Right.
it's a
Right.
problem solved, which just, you know,
Right.
it just makes my little problem solving heart so happy, you know? I just
Yay.
love that kind of stuff.
Yay.
And
Yay.
that feeds into my positivity as a strength. And
Neat.
I mean,
Right.
it just, all of it just makes me so happy when people, I love hearing when people are like, oh yeah, I'm working with that person. I'm like, yes,
Yes,
do it.
exactly.
Because the people I recommend, I know, you know, I
Mhm,
don't recommend anybody willy-nilly. Like I have to know you.
mhm, mhm.
I have to have more than a lunch with you or photo. Even if
Right.
I take your photos, I still need a little more. And so
Yeah.
that's why whenever I travel anywhere, I get together with people that I
Uh-huh,
photograph. You know,
uh-huh.
I want to hang out with them and, you
Right.
know, dinner and stuff. Like when I come the first week of May to your summit, I'm so excited. I get to go to dinner with Tanya and Dr. Candace Holmes. I mean,
Yay.
it's so awesome. And I photograph both of them, and they just, I I believe because I lead with love, that's what comes back to me and my clients. And I mean, I can't even tell you a stinker client in forever. I
Yeah.
mean, I am so blessed with so many amazing women, and mostly women or in Cami Gildner's group. That's who I work with. And they're always women who are like ready to go.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so, I mean, I'm
I
just,
would also say, Tricia, that because you lead with love, there probably could have been some stinker clients had you not had the lens of love. I think that's entirely possible, that we look for, and what we're seeking we often find. And so the fact that your mindset says, I
yes.
haven't had a stinker client in years,
Yeah,
means that that is what you will continue to see.
absolutely. Yeah. I mean, and what I do is very specific. And
Yeah.
our workflow, our workflow, it's down. We've got it in our SOP. And so everything is the way that it should. And we're just getting better at it.
Right.
And leading with love does help, because I'm not perfect. I mean, I make mistakes here and there. And anytime I do, I fall on the sword. I apologize. And people are always like, don't worry, or, oh, thank you, but don't worry. I mean, like I said, and it doesn't happen a lot, but you give grace, you get grace.
That's right. That's exactly right. That's exactly
Yeah.
right. Well, I could talk to you forever.
I
And
know.
also, I feel like I need to close this interview just because. So, Love Revolution beloveds, thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching this phenomenal interview with my dear sister, Tricia, and Turpenoff Photography. And go check her out on all the socials. And join us next time for Love Revolution with Dr. Roz. I appreciate y'all.
Woo woo.
Bye-bye.